So CMA Fest benefits music education. So do you have any favorite memories growing up in music school?
I didn't do much music school. I did my freshman year. We did. It's pretty cool because Luke Combs is from Asheville, North Carolina, where I'm from, and we went to the same high school. So we both had a lady named Miss Bryant. Hey, Miss Bryant. So she was my high school chorus teacher for one semester. We did men's chorus, and we were so bad. Like it was like, I don't know, 10, 12 guys. And we were so bad, but she had so much fun with us because it was one of the first times she'd ever done men's chorus. It was all guys, no girls, and so I learned a lot from Miss Bryant just that one semester. And then she gets to enjoy the success of Luke as well. So it's pretty cool. So Miss Bryant, she'd be my favorite musical memory.
So you both were in the same class at the same time?
No, Luke was younger than me.
Oh, okay.
He did chorus all through his career.
Okay.
So. You can tell by him singing, man. He's polished as it gets. Miss Bryant did him right, but she got me for one semester and she cleaned me up pretty good.
You know, what got me into music originally? What besides listening to music and writing poetry and that kind of stuff was 7th grade boys choir, and it was because I got in there on accident because I signed up for the band. But then someone told me, no, that's not like a band, that's the marching band. And I was like, well, dang it, what else could I do? And they're like, well, there's always boys choir, it's kind of fun. And so I went to boys choir in 7th grade, and I actually liked it. As strange as that sounds, just making harmonies and learning how to read music, and I was like, that's pretty cool, I think I'll do it in 8th grade. And about that time, I started listening to George Strait and playing guitar and singing myself.
That's a good question.
I didn't go to school.
In music class?
Skip me.
I actually remember, it's so stupid, but when we were really little in like 2nd grade, and Halloween is my favorite day of the year, and we did a Halloween choir recital for the first time.
What were you?
Well, we didn't dress up, we just sang Halloween songs.
But will you tell them the juicy outfit?
Okay, well that wasn't choir, that was on my own.
You had a full velour pink outfit that said juicy on the butt?
No, it was navy blue.
Did she really have that?
Juicy couture.
Yes, and she sang Celine Dion, was it?
Mariah.
Oh, Mariah.
Yeah. Fitting. In front of my whole school.
See, I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have a music program, or we did, but I just never participated.
Okay.
Like I wasn't into music class. I just wanted to sing bars. You know what I mean? Like what they were teaching in school. But fortunately for me, like my mother and my stepdad, they recognized that music was in me. So they bought a piano and brought it into the house, and that's how my music was cultivated. But for music, education and the CMA is what they do. I think it's amazing because some kids don't have that.
Right.
They don't have that support system, and they don't have the family that can afford sometimes to buy these instruments. So I was blessed on that end, but as far as the CMA and what they do with music education is pretty awesome.
I didn't know how to do music, I guess, really until I was in high school. She's like, I play guitar, that's what I want to do. She's like, well, if you're going to do that, you have to go to college. And she made me get into jazz band. I was playing like heavy metal and rock and roll bands, and so she puts me in jazz band in school, in high school, and I thought this is going to be the worst experience ever. But the fact that I was around my classmates and friends, best friends, and people I didn't really like, but either way, we were like in a band together, and like, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life, to create music in real time with people that I like, who I knew. It's great.
Mine was Hot Cross Buns, the recorder, remember?
Yes.
No, in school for me it was choir. I loved singing in choir in high school. It was a big deal in high school. We took it pretty serious. It was a great time.
Like I remember the first time your parents forked over $20 to buy a recorder for you in like music class. Like that was like, holy moly, this is awesome. I'm going to be a musician. This is really coming to fruition. what they instill in you, and I think it's from a lot of things, from keeping you out of trouble to probably keeping you in trouble, you know, playing music and trying to be in a band and go out there and work for it. But I think, you know, the thing about music is it moves people in a different way, and it's sometimes you can't say what you want to say just speaking to somebody, and I feel like this is a way to really get out there and be yourself, and I think music does that. I think one way or another we all listen to some sort of music, and so, you know, anytime I get a chance to support that and support schools that give back to that, I always try to.
Yes, absolutely. I love everything that the CMA Foundation does for music education and the way they give back to teachers and help funding for programs. I remember music was so special to me growing up. My first elementary music teacher, her name was Mrs. Patterson, and she taught us choir, she taught us recorder, she taught us xylophone, and I will never forget, she really instilled my love and passion for music when I was a little girl.
That's awesome. Are you still in touch with her?
I'm not, but I should reach out to her. I totally should reach out to her. Mrs. Patterson, if you are watching this video, then please tweet me.
I always used to do the talent shows, and actually one of my 6th grade teacher that held it, he signed me up when I was in kindergarten, and I ended up winning 3rd place, and he basically just encouraged me, you know, and so I feel like those talent shows, like the little things, are some of my biggest memories from like school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, a lot. You know what? So I've got some young ones, you know, growing up, like in you know, music class and stuff. But there was one really cool, but it's in college. I was in a poetry class, okay, and we had, you know, each week we had a different type of poem we had to learn and analyze and all that stuff. Well, one day it became the blues, okay, but it was just poetry, not music, but poetry. But the blues is a type of poetry. You repeat a line, you do one line, then you repeat the line. Well, and everybody had to write a blues song. Nobody had musical ability. I went and wrote a blues song, but I kind of broke all the rules that were supposedly there for that. And so I came in with my guitar, and I was like taking a chance. I was like, well, I broke all the rules that you taught us over the last week that you said it had to be in, and I still got, you know, an A on my project. So it was cool. It's like, okay, the blues isn't just a poem. The blues is music. So that was me kind of going, now we're getting into my world.
You must be doing something right.
You know?
I remember losing every talent competition I ever entered. And my mom made me do them, and I was madder than hell every time I lost. Because I said, that's bull crap. I should have at least got 2nd, but you know, I'd settle for the bronze. Well, but I got the aluminum trophy.
I went to a real small school. I graduated with a class of 8. So our music program, needless to say, was pretty much non-existent. But I was so grateful that there was one lady who could play piano, and she would help a couple of us girls who wanted to sing be in choir. And we got to go be in honor choir, and so that, even just that small amount of music in our school was amazing, and was really appreciative that I got to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, it started honestly with my grandfather, Amos. He started the family band, and you know, I believe that, you know, my education started with them, and then Miss Height was my 2nd grade teacher, and she would bring her acoustic guitar to class, and she would write little songs to help us try to remember, you know, spelling, you know, the words, the states, and she would write these songs to try to help us, you know, remember everything that we were trying to learn at the time. And so Miss Height, and then get this, so small town, small world. About 15 years fast forward, my grandfather calls me and he goes, "Hey, do you know Mrs. Height?" I go, "Yeah, she's my 2nd grade teacher." And he goes, "She's in my Sunday morning AM radio gospel band." So it was like a big full circle. I swear to you, yeah. So she actually was kind enough to sing at my grandfather's service, and so I've known her my whole life now. Right. And, she was probably my first outside of the family music inspiration as far as education goes, and really helped me, you know, learn a lot of stuff because of putting it into song.